Hey friends, in this video let me demonstrate how we can use AWS Lambda asynchronous invocations to retry in the case of an error. Let's start by creating a new function. Let's use a blueprint. Let's use the hello world from Node.js. Let's call it my test function and let's create a function. Let's try to change it a bit. So instead of returning the event key here, let's comment that out and add this error back in. Something went very wrong. And we deploy that. Let's navigate into the test tab here and press the test event. And there is an error. Something went very wrong. Let's navigate into the monitor tab and open the CloudWatch logs. We open this up here and here we see our error. One thing to note is that AWS Lambda will not retry this invocation because it was called synchronously. Let's navigate back into our Lambda function and go into configuration and there under asynchronous invocation. So here we can see there are two retry attempts and no dead letter queue. Let's come back to that later. So the retry attempts, the first one after 1 minute and then the second one after 2 minutes. Let's try that out. Let's open up a shell within the console and paste in this beautiful command here. AWS Lambda invoke, the function name is my test function and the payload is k, this is it, and invocation type is event. So this is an asynchronous event. So let's call it. So we get a 202 back, meaning it's being processed. Let's go into our logs again and refresh it. So maybe there's another log group here, yes. So here it is. And it's been processed 2 times. Let's wait and see for the 3rd time. All invocations are now done. We can see the first one is 9 minutes over, then the second one 10 minutes over, and the final one 12 minutes over. Now our event is simply put dead and gone. We don't like that. Let's do something about that. So let's go back into Lambda, and here is this asynchronous invocation and dead letter queue. What's that? So after this has failed 2 times, we can do something about that. For example, send us an email to notify us. Let's navigate into SNS, open it up in a new tab. Let's create a new topic. Let's use a standard queue, best effort. Let's call it my error notifications and display here, oops, something went wrong. And we create a topic. Let's create a subscription, email, and I will write my email address here and create the subscription. After the subscription has been created, you should get an email like this that you need to confirm. Now we go back into our configuration and press this button here, and then we can select our thing and we save. And there's an error, we need to update permissions. The permissions required are published to SNS. So let's open our function again and let's navigate into configuration and from there permissions. So here we can find our role. So let's open that up in a new tab. Let's create a new inline policy and let's find here SNS and we need publish and we're going to add the ARN here of the SNS here. Copy this one into this one and we add this and next call it my SNS policy and we create the policy. Let's now get back into our Lambda and let's try to save this again. It's working! Then the moment of truth. We try this again. We open up our shell and we call the same function the same way and then we wait. Do we get an email? Indeed it worked. It tried 3 times and then sent me an email. Something went wrong and the arguments. Lovely. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.